All right, here's a bit of an overview on Civil 3D. We'll just have a look at opening a file and then importing points is what we'll look at here. So you want to open up Civil 3D, and after you've done that, what we have here is the general drawing area. We got the ribbon up here, and then we have this tool space over here. Now the tool space we use a bit. It has settings, which are the settings for the drawing. It has the prospector, where different objects that you have in the drawing will be kept. Okay, those are the two main things we have over here in the tool space. Now, when you open up the drawing, it's very important that you get a good template picked. The program out of the box really doesn't have the proper settings in it to do much with it that we'd like to do, at least not in the way we want to do them. So what we want to do is always, when you open this thing up, start a new drawing, and then go get a template. Okay, now ours is on the Dropbox. Okay, so go to the Dropbox R, go to Pick Up Data, go to David Kidd, Civil 3D, and then you can pick this Civil 3D template 190109 and open it. And that will have all the different things set up the way we'd like them to be set up. Now, if you ever have a doubt about whether you've picked the proper template and all that, one way to find out is to pull down the layer command here. So go into the Home tab and pull down the layers. In the template I set up are a bunch of layers that are labeled 1PNTS, which are for points. Okay, and then they've got a postscript here that has what type of points are on that layer. So the way this works is when the survey crew's out in the field collecting the data, and that's what we did this fall, if you remember that topo survey, you enter descriptors in for the points. Well, there's a function in this program when we bring those points in that the surveyors gathered. The program looks at the descriptor and then sorts the points onto different layers depending on the descriptor. So that's why it's important that the survey crew in the field is communicating with the people in the office to be sure that the descriptors are correct to get those points put on the proper layers. Okay. So we have different layers here, and what we're going to do here is we're going to make the 1PNTS, which stands for points, miscellaneous layer current. That way any stray points we've got that aren't put on a particular layer will end up on that layer, the miscellaneous layer. Now the other thing I'll mention here is that Civil 3D generates lots and lots of layers itself. These layers that have a letter in front all come with the program. So when I generate my own layers, and when you do so, put a 1 in front of them. That way they'll be at the top of the stack, so to speak, where you can easily get to them. All right, so I've got the 1 points miscellaneous layer picked. Now I'm going to bring points into the drawing. So I'll go to the Insert tab up here, and I'll go Points from File. I'll pick that. All right, now the first thing to do is to get the points file format picked. All right, now the points that we have are in a format of point number, northing, easting, z elevation, descriptor, and they're all separated by commas. So we just go ahead and pick that because that matches how the points were stored. So that's the second one up from the bottom. Be sure that you're picking that point file format. There's quite a few above that look a lot like it but aren't exactly right. So be sure you're picking PNESD, P-N-E-Z-D, comma delimited, which means they're separated by commas. Okay, then we want to go out and pick the file. Now the file, the point file, is just a text file. It's also in the Dropbox. So go to Pick Up Data, David Kidd, Civil 3D. Now there's 2 point files in there. The one on the top is for the project we're going to work on in class, and the one below is for the tutorial. So we'll just go through the tutorial here. So I'll pick that file, and then I'll open it. Okay, that'll put it in my dialog box here. Let's try that again. So there we go. Open. There we go. That worked that time. So here we go. So now you can see all those points listed by point number, northing, easting, point elevation, and raw descriptor. I can hit OK then, and they'll be brought into the file. Now, it doesn't look like much happened, but what's up is these points have very high coordinate values, up around 5,000, 5,000. So if I do a zoom extents, there they are, and then I can zoom out a little bit. So you can see the appearance of that file. Okay. So that's how you import points into the drawing.